What is up, guys? Welcome to AER. This is Jonathan here. We're talking about his experience recently with what was it, Jonathan, that you went through? It's pretty insane.
Yeah, I was working on a campaign recently in Georgia. It was in Winder, Georgia. And I was doing some political canvassing, going door to door in the area, passing out literature for a candidate. He was running for House down there in District 119. Um, by the way, Xulfi, thanks for having me out. So, yeah, he basically just he basically just sped down the street and pulled his weapon on me and accused me of stealing mail because I was walking by his house. Apparently, he thought that I
So,
was
like, did this guy just stalk you from like one end of the street to the other, or like how did it go? Like, how did he like notice you?
So my field director dropped me off by his house. He seen me get out of the car, and apparently this is what he told the police. He seen me get out of the car by his house. His house was over a mile and a half away. So
Hmm.
I probably already knocked maybe 20, 30 doors. Literature
Right.
all down the street
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
time
For
he got
sure.
to me. And yeah, he just pulled up on me. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you stealing mail or something?" I don't know. He came up on me, pulled up on me real aggressive. And
Yeah.
then he
No.
pulled his weapon, and then it was, I felt like he held me there. You could almost call it like hostage. I don't want to say held me hostage. That probably, I don't know. I don't know.
Some people call it citizen's arrest or something.
Sure, sure.
No, but how did this guy look? Did he look like, was he big? Was he like an average guy or is he an old guy? Like, how do you look like?
Well, he's a retired police officer. I mean, you'll see it in the
Um,
video. His name was Joel, and he just seemed like he was a cowboy. He was an old guy with a mustache, retired cop. He
hmm.
even said his badge number from like whatever 1954, whenever his badge was active. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and then the way he held me there, and when the police came, he thought that he was going to get the long end of the stick, but he definitely got the short end. They offered to press charges. Um,
Right.
he brandished a weapon, essentially pointed it at me and held me there.
Right now, Zophie will put us the video. We'll watch that real quick to kind of, talk about it a little bit. But yeah, I'll be interested in, I haven't seen it yet. So I'll be interested in watching that. And I know that you're very comfortable, before we play it. I know you're so I know you, Jonathan, and I know you're very comfortable with yourself and you don't really care what people like say about you, which is very admirable. Like you got tattoos and all that stuff, like, and you just don't care. Like, and then some people take that, some people are intimidated by that, you know. They see some guy with tattoos and whatnot, they say, oh, what's this guy doing or something, you know.
Sure.
So,
Well, in this video, actually, I had a hoodie on, so he didn't see any of my
oh,
tattoos. But I tend to get the better end of that. People after they get to know me, after they see my tattoos, tend to warm up to me. So
right.
Thank God he didn't see your tattoos, or he would have shot you. By the
I'm
way,
dead.
I'm sorry, but Jonathan actually sent me the video, and I saw like the first minute or two of the video, maybe, and then I was like, maybe he could have dealt it better. Even though know this guy was in the wrong in the beginning, I just felt like maybe Jonathan could have done something better to fix this. But then
mhm.
after I saw the entire thing, I had to call Jonathan back, and I'll be like, yo, bro, I'm totally with you on this one because it is totally this guy's fault, and he was on something. It like just feels
Yeah,
like
I
he's
thought he
on
might have been
something.
drunk. I don't want to speculate because they searched me. They didn't search him. He was flying down the street, no license, by the way. Didn't have a
Mm,
license. Didn't have any paperwork. Didn't he was just out there like cowboying it. I don't know.
right. Yeah, let's play it. Let's play a
I ain't
little
gotta
bit.
listen to you. Take your hand out. I can do what I want. This is America. I do what I want. You can, but I can't. Okay, whoa! Don't shoot me. Don't pull a gun. I'm not gonna shoot you. Not even pointing you that. Okay, I see what you're doing. You got them coming? I got a camera out on you. I
Like,
don't
get the
care.
fuck in the
You
street.
go ahead, do your thing. I don't care. I just want you to wait till they get here. Yeah. Check you out. Sounds good. And I'll be on my way, and you'll be on yours. All right, that sounds good. You said if you want to. I don't care. Just keep your hands where I can see them.
I just need to point out that he said that he has the police is already on the way, and they weren't because he hadn't called them yet. He called them in the middle, right? So he was initially lying to him. He was trying to get information out of him. Then, like he's trying to. He seemed like a con man to me in a way. Like it
Right.
just so fraudulent. The whole situation that he created was just so fraudulent. Like thank God I wasn't in Hannah's position. I would have been, first of all, I don't think, maybe I would have just told him everything, and which I shouldn't be doing to begin with. I should know my rights better.
Well, this is the thing, is that, freedoms and liberties go both ways. And there's a reason why liberty is so important now, especially now in this country, and your right to have a weapon and carry a weapon. And,
Right.
This guy, another reason why you can't act like this and just go cowboying, because people out here got weapons too. I know ECs that carry.
Yep.
So this guy would have went and did, any one of those little waves that he did with that, the gun would have went off. I know some ECs that would have pulled on him.
Right. Just don't snitch on those ECs. I'll continue with the. Let me know, Huxley. Just let me know when you want to talk about it.
Yeah. Go ahead, play it.
Everything's cool.
Yep. What's your name, sir? What's your name?
My name's Joel.
George what?
Joel.
Joel what?
What's your name? You next.
I don't got to give you my name.
Okay, I ain't got to give you mine.
All right.
So where are you walking to?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. They'll be here shortly. Do you know where this road goes?
This man just pulled a weapon out on me and said I couldn't go nowhere. I'm being detained. He just pulled his gun out on me. So here we are.
7 Oaks subdivision.
He just pulled his gun out on me in the middle of the street. So here we are.
What would happen? What would happen if you would walk away?
This gentleman,
Jonathan.
I don't know if he would have shot. It looks to me like if I was going to try to walk away, he might have shot me in the back. I don't
think
know.
so? You think he
I
would do
don't
that?
know. I don't know. Like, what if I would have ran away though? That's the thing. What if I was like, because which I had every right to do. I can leave.
Right.
You don't have a right to shoot me. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if I would have been like, you know what, I'm out of here. I don't feel comfortable, because some people would have seen the gun and ran, and then who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard how to what to do. It's hard to figure out what to do in that scenario, because you're right. This guy could have been like, he could have shot you, in the back. He would have thought you're going to do something else or whatever. Probable cause of, there's like this thing cops have where it's like, if they think you're a threat, like to someone along the road, they'll shoot you or something like that. Yeah, there's no way telling. And I guess, you're right. Essentially, personally, me, I think I would just ignore it. I would just maybe walk backwards, like facing him. So, I see you later, bye, or
I
something.
mean, he's not a dog. Like, if there was no possible way that Jonathan was going to ignore this guy or get out of this situation easy. If it was a dog, you can just run away. But that's a guy with a gun. He had to have a conversation with him. Thank God he wasn't like upset or like angry.
Right.
You can see that he's not. He's now calm. Now that Jonathan was maybe talking to him, he's a bit calm. But if he wasn't, like, this would have been a completely different scenario, and
Right.
Jonathan might not be sitting here today.
And props to the ECs, props to all the training and stuff that I got. In the back of my mind, I still think of some of the FDs telling me, if something happens, just de-escalate the situation. Don't try to get louder with the person. Talk really slow, third grade level to them, and say, listen, hey, that's all I got. Well, when I seen the gun, then I'm like, whoa, this is
yeah, that's crazy. Go ahead and play it.
the name Joel. I don't know what his license plate number is. I might as well get that while I'm walking around here.
Retired one, the police officer, 123, badge number.
Okay.
Come into 7 Oaks, all the way to stop sign, turn left. I don't have a problem telling them where I'm at.
Still got his gun in his hand. Look
I
at
do
him.
have it in my hand.
Brandishing a weapon on me. He's been brandishing it the whole time. He did. You pointed it at me. I got it on camera.
Oh, good. You got it on camera. That's
good. Yeah, you did. You A1. I can't wait till they get here now.
I can't either.
Bro, that's fine. Yeah,
and now he's gonna call them. He's now calling them, by the way.
You got out in front of my house. That was your mistake.
Oh, he's calling him. He's just calling him.
Call 911.
Yeah.
No, you didn't call him.
It kind of looks from this perspective that he's blocking traffic, or sorry, isn't like in the middle of the street.
Yeah, he just stopped in the middle with the handicap sign on his plate. They should have just given him a ticket for that alone.
He's got to be drunk. Look how he's
Hey,
parked. Look how
I'm
he's
in
parked.
7 Oaks
I didn't even notice that
subdivision.
before.
Come all the way in, stop sign, turn left. We're in the middle of the street. Please hurry.
Gosh, dude.
What's going on there, sir?
Well, I ain't sure yet, but I do have my pistol in my hand.
Okay, talk to me about what's happening, okay? I need to know what's going on for the officers coming.
I got a guy that got out in front of my house, did something. Don't know. I found him up here. He says he's going for a walk. He's from around here. I think he's got a bunch of stolen mail in his shirt. What I think. Okay.
Bunch of stolen mail.
Definitely
Well, he
can't.
got a red hoodie on. I got a red T-shirt on. Wind the Bear tracks. Racetracks, me. They'll know me. This is Joe Levengood, retired Winder PD.
Okay, is he white like Hispanic or Asian, sir?
Do what?
Can we pause it real quick?
He's white male.
So this guy is a police officer. He knows I was a police, with the police. You should know that wasting people's time, like wasting officers, this is essentially calling the cops. So this guy, I think he stole mail or whatever. I think or whatever. He's wasting their time. That's in some states, you can get fined for that. And it's ridiculous. It's so dumb to me. I don't know why. It's just so dumb, and it gets me heated.
Well, not to mention all the actual crimes. I mean,
Right.
Exactly.
You were saying, Sophie?
Oh yeah. So did you guys hear that she asked him what race he was, what race he is, or something like that?
You gotta ask for a description. I mean, a race and height are two,
Well, yeah.
I mean, okay, lucky you're white, man.
Shoot, if it were me there, I don't know what I'll do. You wouldn't see me ever again. Go ahead and play it.
Okay. And you still got him in your sight?
He's right here on the sidewalk.
Okay.
How far away are they?
They're on the way, sir. You're in the deputy's jurisdiction, okay? Just stay on the line with me. Keep me up to date about if he tries to walk away.
Okay. Everything's cool right now, as long as he don't try to do something.
hit pause.
I don't know what he's
Hit
got
pause.
in his hoodie pouch.
Everything's cool right now, unless he tries to do something. Now, let's break that down. What if I tried to do something? What would happen?
What would you do?
Well, he would try to shoot you.
He would try to shoot me, correct.
Yeah.
So if me or you did what he did, make no mistake about it, gentlemen, we would be in jail. The police would not have given him an option. Well, him being an ex-cop, who knows, probably had something to do with it. They wouldn't even have gave us an option to press charges. We'd be in jail right now, guaranteed, just off of that. And I showed them this video in full. And they chose not to do anything about it. And I chose not to press charges. Actually, I went on to knock another 80 doors this day, and I had a slew of other work to do. I can't even remember how many things I had to do this day. So yeah, that's why I didn't press charges.
The thing is that they did give you the option, I think, of pressing charges, but it's something that I obviously haven't seen. I know you have another video which we can talk about later on. But the thing is, at that moment when he's there, when he's in a situation, he must have skipped his mind, or when he's watching something, he might have not noticed it. So I don't really blame the cop for that alone, but there was a lot of other material because I've seen this already. There's a lot of other things that are extremely questionable, and they could have done better.
Yeah. Okay, you can go ahead and proceed.
But it's not empty. That's why I have my gun in my hand, but I am not pointing at him.
Okay.
He has pointed it at me.
And why do you think he's got stolen mail. Did you see him take mail out of a mailbox?
He got out in front of my house over on 211. The car drove off. My wife asked him, did he need help? He looked startled, had something in his hand, and then he took on off up the road. Now,
But did you see him steal mail?
Here in 7 Oaks, and he don't even know where he's at. So he said, I don't know.
See, you don't know.
That's not true.
Now we know why you're the cop.
There it is, him in the background.
He also pulled his weapon out on me. Also, I don't have any stolen mail. You can check when you get here. I would also like to press charges. He pointed his pistol at me more than once already. Stopped me in the middle of the street, illegally detained me. I don't even know who this guy is. He's got his pistol out right now in his hand. I don't even know this guy. So we'll leave it at that.
This might be an officer coming here. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
It is a beautiful day outside, though.
It was a good day. It was a beautiful day that day. For sure.
All right, I'm putting.
Look at him hide his weapon.
Car now. He's here.
Thank goodness.
Hold on.
Wow.
Thank you, ma'am. The phone may cut off now that I cut my car off. What's going on?
Hello, officer.
I live over on
The way he crossed his arms just tells you where he's at mentally.
Car. Got out in front of my house. Couldn't see what he was doing. It looked like he was taking stuff out of my mailbox. My wife told me, well, she confronted him first from the porch and asked him, did he need something? He was startled when he saw them up there. I live in that big greenhouse on the hill up there.
Is that cop wearing a mask?
At that point, she told me that he's walking up towards 82. And at that time, I got my pistol, got in the car. Said, well, if he's going through the mailbox in that subdivision, it'd be a good place. And I pulled here, so I'm walking. I stopped him, asked him where was he going, who was he? He said, I'm just taking a walk. He said, he's not from around here. I don't know his name, don't know where he's from. At some point, he started filming, so he can show you what happened from once he turned his camera on.
So most of what he said is not true at all. My friend dropped me off up here. My boss, actually. I'm a political canvasser.
You live out here?
No, I do not. I'm from out of state, but I do. I'm a political canvasser. I work for Charlie Chase III. I have a business card on me.
You have a card?
I do have a card. I have ID. I have a card.
Soliciting in this area?
I'm not soliciting. It's political canvassing. It's a bit different.
Soliciting. So what are you doing?
It's not soliciting.
It's not. Oh my goodness, bro.
I am here passing out political material.
I get so triggered when they say, when they mix that up.
So anyways, I'd like to press charges. He pulled his gun out on me and pointed it at me. Accused me of stealing mail. Never saw me take anything. I got out of a car. He chased me down the street, pulled his weapon on me. I have it all on camera.
Why you don't have a badge?
A badge.
That you're working up under some kind of campaign. Why don't you have that?
I'm not sure what you're asking. Well, I don't require ID to walk down the street. I don't. Yeah. He pulled his weapon. You're required about my ID. He just pulled his weapon out on me. He has a gun, and he has a gun in the car that he pulled and pointed at me.
Will you wait a minute? And I talked to him. Now I'm talking to you. Now you're saying that you're working for someone.
Yes.
Okay? You're working for someone, but you don't have a badge stating or.
I have identification. I have a business card. I have identification. You can call my boss and verify these things. We have a website. Yes, somebody dropped me off.
Dropped you off right in front of my house on highway.
On the street, by the way. I was not on his property at any time.
Well, where are they supposed to pick you up at?
When I call, they can come pick me up.
Okay, you need to go ahead and do that. But you don't live in the area, right? This
Sir.
is a suspicious person call.
Sir, I've done nothing suspicious.
Well, I'm on a suspicious call.
I understand that, but I've done nothing suspicious. You've heard his side of the story. Have I done anything wrong?
Okay, give me your driver license. I grabbed him pistol.
He's got no, like he's even got a license on
Have
it.
anything? Okay. You got a driver license?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, does he not have a license neither?
Yes, sir.
How about you got something, license for a pistol, anything for your gun, anything? Sheesh. Yeah, I'm sure. Here's a business card. Here's my actual ID.
Just give me ID.
Okay.
You destroyed him in a way. If there was a common sense cop, this would go your way.
What a tyrant. Jesus.
Seems a bit tyrannical. I don't know.
I mean, I kind of got the vibe when he showed up with the mask.
Hey guys, hold on. Go ahead and pause it real quick. Just quick seconds, Zulfi. Hux, let me get your opinion on how that first officer handled that interaction.
Well, I mean, he was more biased in the other guy's favor, right? The ex-cop or whatever. That's what I got from that. And then he's seeing that you're young, you're a younger guy and whatever, and I don't know what it is. Obviously he was leaning towards, this guy. He obviously didn't. Did he have a license for his gun?
No, he
didn't.
It's an old people bias.
Yeah, and then he's old, I guess.
Actually, he had no identification whatsoever. I don't even think they ever even actually proved who he was.
So that is kind of tyrannical because this guy, he's like questioning you and asking you for all these things. You know, the whole like innocent until proven guilty. It almost seems like you're guilty of something, right?
Sure.
And then this guy and the other guy is innocent just because of the bias, right?
He's trying to play the victim, but he's not the victim here.
Well, I feel it's odd that I was the one. They made me give ID. They searched me. They searched me.
Exactly.
By the way, I can prove all this, guys. I don't really have to. I'll just do it like this. So see that? It's public record, anyways. That is the case number for this case. Right. Somebody go look up body cams. I would love for you to do that because they searched me off camera. They took my identification. They didn't even ask him for his identification. I don't even know if that's who that guy was to this day. I don't even think they do.
That's crazy, bro.
They don't care. A lot of these cops at the end of the day, they're just protecting their own ass anyways. And they see somebody like that, they're like, oh, he's retired, old guy, might get in trouble if I take him back in or whatever. I don't know what they were thinking, but
right. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Well, we can keep playing it.
No.
They have a whole helicopter dispatched there. Okay.
They brought the helicopter.
How about you? Come stand right here.
He was just looking for some action, I feel like. He's been out of the job for a long time.
I was looking to get back to work because when you're on a campaign, you can't get that time back. It's not like I can go back and knock those 80 doors in or my boss can get them back. It's it. When the campaign's over, it's over.
Well, so far, suspicious person call before we got the call. There was a lady at the store. I was on lunch. Basically, she came by and told me that a guy had a gun on the guy that
walking in the area.
Oh, what guy? Be specific. That guy.
Something out the mailbox. I get here, he has something mentioned to that effect, and he's saying that he works for someone. He's putting out flyers, but he don't have any kind of identification on it.
I do.
Okay,
There's my
I'm
identification.
not talking about this identification.
And my business cards as well. I have literature in my hand with the candidate that we're working for.
Your hand when I came approach you.
He pulled his pistol out on me and put it in my face before you guys approached me.
That's where we're at.
Okay, so you're the one walking around, you're putting flyers out?
No.
Yes. No, I put flyers out. There are flyers on doors throughout this neighborhood with this. It's not soliciting, it's political canvassing. There's a law that allows me to do this. I'm going around talking to people about the candidate in their district, which is 119. That's where we are in Georgia, correct? District 119.
Your job.
Well, you guys are voters of this district too, sir. I mean,
my thing is for you, anytime that you're out doing the political stuff, have some kind of identification on you when somebody sees you.
Well, if he wouldn't approach me with his gun and threaten
listen to me. This is what we have a situation where you're not doing something. I'm telling you what you need to do. And you arguing with me and telling me no. So I'm telling you what you need to do so you won't have to come with a conflict like this. You understand?
I understand.
Do you understand?
Okay, I understand that.
Listen to me.
Okay.
When you're out working with the people that you are working or helping out, make sure you have some kind of identification on you, because when somebody come up on you, they can
How many times is he going to say
yes, sir? Yes, sir.
That way you won't have to come into this conflict.
And I usually, I had these things in my hand. He thought it was stolen mail. He accused me of stealing people's mail, sir. And then he pulled a gun on me. He came with this gun. He's crazy. Look at him. There's no talking to him. He's got no ID on him. He's flying down the street in his car with a pistol. I mean, look at him. Look at him. He's out of control.
Now, you don't live here.
No, sir. I live.
So you're walking around putting out flyers. Can I see one of those?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you're putting them at people's houses or the mailbox? Where are you putting
I
them
knock on doors. Okay, so what I do is, it's called political canvassing. I go around and inform people of candidates that are running in their district, and I give them information about our particular candidate that we're endorsing is Charlie Chase III, former U.S. Army veteran, small business owner, gun rights advocate, things like that. So that's what we'll do.
We encourage your vote, actually, sir.
Victim.
Hey, that's a take. That sounded like a take.
Well,
that sounds like a take.
He doesn't know, actually, what you're doing.
I don't even know who he is still. Does he have an ID? He's driving without a license. He's got his gun out, brandished. I have a video. He pointed it right at me. I'm still recording.
Let me see your video.
Okay, I'm going to have to shut this off to show you my video. All right.
That was the end.
And that does it.
One, I have two more. One after that where they offered to press charges, and then I have one more where the police gave me a ride to the end of the block. I turned on my camera in the back of the car.
Right. Well, towards the end there, they started getting a little comfortable with you, and so they kind of like
they got too comfortable. They checked them.
I'm done. Yeah, no. Well, it seemed like they're starting to understand your point of view, so which was good, I guess.
I mean, I feel like I stated my point fairly eloquently.
Yeah, no, you.
You had a cup of coffee. This guy ran up on me at probably the worst possible time. I was completely ready for. I was just calm during the whole thing because I just woke up. I had just gotten in the field, and we deal with a lot of crazy things in this job. I mean, I've been chased by dogs, had people threaten me. I've had the police called on me countless times.
Oh, yeah, I feel that, bro.
I was in Kentucky. I seen a tree fall on some old lady's house across the street. We've had Airbnbs robbed directly after we left them on campaign.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of stuff you see out here. You probably become numb to it after a while.
Yeah, no, we all had our fair share for sure. But no, you it seems like you experienced a lot, Jonathan. But no, in this particular situation, I think you handled it fairly well. Like, you were calm, collective, and that was very adult-like, because I say that because not many people are able to do that, right? It's like something as simple as being calm and thinking about what you're going to say, and also being able to, give your point. So I think that was handled well. But yeah.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, Hux. You know that. Also, I already said this, but Xulfi, thanks for having me on and allowing me to ask a couple questions to my good friend Sean Miller. I was with Sean in New Hampshire. He was the field director there, known as somebody who knows more than everything else a lot of the time. So I can't wait to talk to Sean and see Sean again. He's awesome.
I feel you should maybe press charges. I don't know. Do you have to go back for it? Do you have to go back to the state and press charges, or?
I'd rather not say anything about that. When it comes to legal stuff right now, I'd rather not say anything about that right now. I think that's fair, right?
No, yeah, that's completely fair. Yeah, that's completely fair. But no,
like if Xulfi thinks I should press charges, I mean, what do you think, Hux? Do you think I should press charges or not?
I think that's very, like, not pressing charges. I think that's, again, like, I feel like that's the right, I don't know, the right mental headspace that you're in. Because for one, I think, you'll waste more time trying to do that. This guy already wasted your time. Going out of your way and pressing charges and, going through all that stuff, it's going to take more time. This guy's not worth it. It really isn't, so.
I have a million things to do. Today was an off day for me, and I haven't stopped moving since like 11 o'clock this morning. So I'm already like, what am I going to do? Like, plus he's old. He probably doesn't need to go to jail anyways. He can't, he can't go to jail.
Right. And then at that point, it's more like, what does that do for you? Like,
it doesn't do anything. Charging. The process would be the punishment, right? Yeah. Taking him through the process, and he might not even get charged, but he'd have to fight for his life. And that, the process would be the punishment. And I talked about it. It's just, I'm just not going to do it because I don't have the time. I don't have the time.
Right. Exactly. Yep. No, I would have done the same. I would have done the same. So in that case, I wouldn't have pressed charges because I was already wasting time, and I just don't want to deal with that. And unless it was something that was worth, like, really worth the effort, or this guy like actually hurt me or whatever, obviously.
Well, if he had put his hands on me, it might have been a different story. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel then, but that's all hypothetical anyway. So.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Whatever.
Was he there when they were telling you that you can press charges, or did they try to like put some sense into him that what he did was wrong? Did
after I showed the police that video, remember when I cut off the video? I can send this next one to you, Xulfi. We can do a part 2 if you'd like on the next one. The police essentially came to me and they said, listen, what he did was wrong. I have this on video too. I have a different one. I hit my camera again after I showed them the video. I turned it right back on because that's what you have to do in that situation. Guys always do that. So yeah, I turned the camera back on and they asked if I wanted to press charges on him. They were like, what he did was wrong. He pulled his gun out and we believe it was egregious and fucked up. And it was actually Deputy Frito. This guy. You guys can look it up. It's public record. It's all fine. You can look up. I got nothing to hide. All that stuff it's all there. Why would I lie about it?
Right.
So actually, I had to have FD come get me right after that because I wasted half a work day. That was more what I was worried about because the campaign was almost over at that point, and we were really struggling. We were going hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a time when you can't lose a half a day. You can't lose any amount of days. So.
Right. Yep.
So I have to ask you, so what did you learn from this experience? Or what do you feel? I hope he learned something. Like, was he ashamed of himself? Like, what was going on in his head? Do you know anything? Like, did you saw him?
Well, at the end, yeah. No, he was soul crushed at the end because they had 2 police officers standing on each side of him. And then there was one talking to me. And then they were just kind of looking at each other with their head. Like, you could tell it was just that time, and I could have just sent them to jail if I was a dick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you could have just told them at that time that you want to press charges, and they would have arrested him.
They would have arrested him, right?
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
I think you did
the power that you must have.
Yeah, no, but he did the moral thing. Now that I think about it, that the guy is old. How can he like? go to jail.
Well, there's
for
another
those
reason
things.
why, because
You
I have
should,
an
but
indefinite amount of time to press charges, and I know this. I'm well versed on some of these things, and you know, even if they say you want to press charges, yes, but not right now. I'll do it later. You know what I'm saying? There's ways you can do it to where, and plus you have an indefinite amount of time. I mean, I can go and press charges whenever I want. I don't think that means I'm going to. I don't know how I feel about it. I might keep my options. I don't know. I probably am not going to. I don't have time. And
yeah, no, I would have done the same thing. I would have been, the same. Just not worth it.
Charges that day and filing paperwork right then and there, dude, that was out of the question. That was out of the question. I don't have time to do any of that. That was out of the question.
Yeah.
So.
And when was this? Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
This was it's about a week ago.
And you didn't think of uploading this video online?
No, I didn't. I mean, pretty private. I don't like the. Plus, I was at work, and when I'm at work, I check in with my boss before I do things like this. So you check in with your leader, you talk to your leaders, you make sure everything is copacetic, and then you move forward from there. You know what I'm saying? You don't just.
So I've heard that you're saying that because I'm a little bit not necessarily traumatized, but like MLW are very strict on what we can say, right? Remember that, Xulfi? And when it comes to the candidate that you're working directly for him and stuff like that, I don't know if that has anything to do like with any legal issues with in that specific campaign.
Yeah.
Like, did you work directly under these? Or can you even disclose that?
I'd rather not disclose things like that, but I didn't break rank when I came onto this podcast, and I'm showing you this video, and I'm able to talk about it with you guys.
Okay.
Things like that. We can talk about this stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if there was like anything you might have said that could have any like legal repercussions. Okay.
No, absolutely not. We ran a great campaign down there. It was District 119 in Georgia. Charlie was our candidate. He actually he ran twice before this. I believe once for the Board of Education and once for, I can't think of the other one, but I think he lost that one. And then he just lost this House race, which I think he was the better candidate. But we fought hard. I went and got the endorsement of a local gun shop owner. When I was walking by his shop, I went in, took pictures with him, left him a bunch of literature. We were working hard. We were calling everyone. We made, as a group, we made over 2,000 phone calls in the last day.
Oh wow, nice.
For 8 of us. So yeah, I mean, it was a great race, and I'll probably be on another one here in a minute.
Yeah. So, Xulfi, so unless you got anything else to add on to that. No,
I don't.
Anyways, so I heard we're gonna have on Sean Miller pretty soon.
And the wait starts.